I'm here today to give you a daily update on DOT. As you can see here, guys, from the start of the Binance listing coming through around 17th of August 2020, we do have a nice level of support from the first sort of major uptrend that we did see there for DOT. You can see this trend line coming through, tested multiple times. Tested yet again around July when we saw that low point coming in from that insane crypto crash coming through in May. Obviously, this is the downtrend after that, right? Now from here, what have we seen over the last 5 weeks? Over the last 5 weeks here for DOT, we've seen a pretty strong downtrend, right? Pretty strong downtrend. And as you can see, we're literally right on the cusp of testing the low point, right? And when I say the low point, it's going to be around $23.57 for the level of support for this trend line coming to this upward sloping support line. If we bounce off that, we're going to be looking pretty good, right? We're going to be looking pretty good. I wouldn't say it's going to be the biggest bounce in the world, but it's going to give us something along the lines of this, right? Something nice to give us a bit more confidence coming through for DOT. But please, please, please be aware right now. We do have, with this chart pattern actually being formed, it is actually a rising wedge chart pattern, guys. And rising wedges, they tend to usually break to the downside. So we do need to weigh up the options for a short position here. The options for a short position is going to be a move like so, right? Obviously, nothing like that. Let me get rid of that. Nothing like that. So yeah, it's gonna be probably around something along the lines of this. It's just not gonna work, right? It's this logarithmic chart. So yeah, let me. It's all gone to pot. Let me just bear with me, guys. 1 sec. So yeah, as you can see, this is what we are gonna be looking for. Let's just do an estimate on how that is going to be looking. Yeah, something along the lines of this, guys. That's going to be the move down that we could be looking for here. Obviously, this is the weekly. It's still very, very ambitious for that to happen, and there is massive reversal points in terms of horizontals to be looking out for as well there, around $12.41 there. I don't see us coming down unless we see a massive crypto crash coming through here. But yeah, in terms of a short position to be getting to these low points there, around 45% drop there for DOT. I wouldn't, as I said, we are still imminently for a level of support, so please don't just be blindly shorting this. I'm not a financial advisor, of course, but this is definitely a possibility we do need to weigh up for the future, right? Around these are going to be take profit points if obviously crypto is going to fall off an absolute cliff, right? So yeah, let's jump back to the daily, because as I was saying, this is a massive level of support. Are we going to break the support? Kind of all depends on Bitcoin, really. All depends on Bitcoin, on what it's going to really be doing. But yeah, key points to be looking out for there for the entry for a short position here is, I would say, you can see, unfortunately, we do have quite a big consolidatory zone in this sort of area here, guys. And this is kind of where we are at this point in time. So that it basically instigates, like you can see, very, very consolidatory, but a lot of consolidation here when I say consolidatory. We are looking at potentially probably something along the lines of this before any sort of initial move to the upside or the downside, or even claiming this sort of level of support if we actually are going to stay in this zone here. So yeah, just try not to, this is, when I say like be careful, this is like the key sort of scenario here, just because if you are going to be, you could get confirmation for a short position here, but when you've got a consolidatory box like so, it's very trappy for stop losses here. So please be careful here. Be very tight with your take profits as well. I really would be staggering them everywhere here, and then moving your stop loss to entry. And when you see a box like this, as you can see, it is very, very bouncy in this box. So yeah, stop loss could be hit easily. Take profits could be hit easily as well, though. And if you hit take profit, stop loss to entry, you know the score. And then also, we could also get multiple entries after that. When we're seeing this, so we can see breaks to the downside multiple times, comes back to the upside. We're already taking profit. Stop loss at entry, we come back down, we get another break, another take profit, stop loss at entry, we come back up, we're waiting for another entry, we enter it again, we come back down, take profit hit. So yeah, this is sort of the scenario that we are looking for. There could be like multiple trades coming through here, and that's why we do our stop loss to entry after our first take profit has been hit, right? So yeah, let me move to the 4 hour and see what's going on there. But yeah, that's going to be the scenario that we are looking for, and potentially coming through there for DOT. That's the wrong tool. Let's look at this falling parallel channel here, guys. As you can see, very strong downtrend most recently playing out. Obviously, from this high on the 4th of November, very strong there for DOT, around $54. They're currently trading at 25, so less than half there already in this most recent drop there. So yeah, there's obviously quite a lot of leg room for DOT. I mean, for me personally, overall, I am actually really quite bullish on DOT in terms of the technology, and I do think they're seriously underpriced. So I do think this is a quite very nice buying opportunity for DOT, in my opinion. If not, waiting for this breakdown and then buying up that breakdown, buying up those bounce points. At the end of the day, it's going to be accumulation phases continuously, right? So yeah, as you can see, what have we seen here for DOT? we've actually seen a leg down here in terms of this measure move, right? In terms of this measure move, we haven't seen it actually get completed yet. So yeah, if you were going to be shorting this zone, you probably would have shorted on this retest here and probably riding this wave down from here from DOT. But yeah, still quite a scarce time for DOT. I would expect and hopefully get a bounce here at this area that we were talking about. If we can do that, then the target point to the upside is going to be this volume weighted ATR band down, because you can see the support that we do get from the volume weighted ATR band, if that is going to come to fruition there. That's going to be very, very nice if that does actually come in there. But yeah, ideally we want that, but to be honest, at this point in time, we're still trending down. It still looks fairly bearish, right? It does look fairly bearish. In terms of hope, I would hope that you do get over this $28.36 there. If you can find support on that, then you might be in line to ride this wave down a bit more inside this area, and that's obviously going to give you a bit more bullish momentum for hopefully a breakout to the upside for the future, right? That's going to be the ideal sort of scenario there for you. But worst comes to worst, it's not actually the end of the world if DOT actually starts trending down here. Well, it's trending down, but when I say trending down, I mean breaking down out of these sorts of zones here, as we were just talking about. If that is going to happen for DOT, that's absolutely fine as well, because we're going to be profiting from it on the way down. And then when we hit the bottom sort of area, when we instigate the bottom, when we find that bottom sort of area there for the bounce, we're going to be buying it up, right? We're going to be buying it up and then riding that spot trade all the way up to the goddamn moon. So yeah, overall not too bad for DOT. We do have a lot of scenarios coming through there, but they're all going to be profitable if we're reacting in the right sort of sorts of time frames, right? So yeah, all good for DOT there.